Have you ever stopped and really asked yourself, how do I know the Earth is a globe? Not what I was told, not what the textbooks said, not what the news or science shows declare. I mean, truly, deeply, honestly, how do you know? Is it because you've seen pictures? Because you were taught it in school from a young age, over and over and over? Or is it something you've proven, something you've touched, felt, tested for yourself? Most of us live our entire lives on the surface of this planet, yet almost none of us have actually questioned its shape. We assume, we trust, we accept. But what if that trust has been misplaced? What if the Earth isn't the spinning ball we see floating in space, but something far stranger? What if we've been fooled, not just for years, but for generations? This question isn't just about science, it's about control. Because whoever controls your understanding of the world controls your place in it. From the moment we open our eyes, the idea of a globe Earth is everywhere. It's on the first books we're shown as children. It's on the walls of every classroom, spinning gently in the corner as if to say, this is your world. It's in every cartoon, every news report, every science documentary. The image of the blue marble floating in the blackness of space is burned into our minds before we even learn how to read. They tell us Earth spins at over 1,000 miles per hour, orbits the sun at 67,000 miles per hour, and rockets through the galaxy at over 500,000 miles per hour. And yet, we feel absolutely nothing. No wind rushing past us, no sound, no movement, just silence, stillness, balance. Is it possible that what we feel is real and what we've been shown is not? Could it be that the greatest illusion ever performed wasn't on a stage, but beneath our feet? They say it's science, they say it's proven, but science isn't supposed to demand blind faith. And faith, ironically, is exactly what they ask of us. Because none of us have ever seen the curvature. None of us have been high enough to confirm it. And those who claim they have are the same ones who profit from the lie. Stand on a beach and look out at the ocean. What do you see? A vast, endless, flat horizon stretching from one side to the other. No matter how high you go on a mountain, in an airplane, even in footage from high-altitude balloons, the horizon always rises to eye level. It doesn't curve away from you. It doesn't dip below your line of sight. It stays flat and level. Shouldn't the Earth's curvature become more visible the higher you go? Shouldn't the horizon drop as if you're looking down at the curve of a ball? But it doesn't. Pilots have admitted it. Skydivers have admitted it. Even amateur weather balloons going up over 30 kilometers show a flat, consistent horizon. NASA says the curvature becomes noticeable only from extreme altitudes. Yet their images are always conveniently enhanced, distorted with wide-angle lenses or computer graphics. And every time a civilian tries to capture it independently, no curve, just a flat line. Is it possible that what we're seeing is exactly what it appears to be? Could it be that the Earth is not curving because it never was? They say numbers don't lie. But what happens when the numbers we've been given simply don't match the world we live in? Let's look at the math they teach us. The Earth curves at approximately 8 inches per mile squared. This means that if you stand at sea level and look straight across the water, an object just 3 miles away should already begin to dip out of view. By 10 miles, the drop is 66 feet. By 50 miles, you've supposedly lost over 1,600 feet to the curve. So how then is it possible to stand on the shore of a large lake and see buildings, mountains, towers, and ships that should be completely hidden behind the horizon? We're not talking about illusions or vague shadows. We're talking about crisp, clear skylines, entire structures visible from base to top, even when, by textbook standards, they should be long gone beneath the curve. Consider the famous example of the Chicago skyline seen from across Lake Michigan. At a distance of nearly 60 miles, it should be physically impossible to view most of the city's skyscrapers. And yet, on many clear days, especially at sunrise, photographers capture jaw-dropping images of the skyline standing proudly above the lake as if curvature doesn't exist. The official explanation? Refraction, mirages, atmospheric bending of light. But here's the problem. Refraction doesn't create consistent, symmetrical, and repeatable images. It distorts, it wavers, It bends and stretches. But what we're seeing isn't distortion, it's structure. Sharp lines, defined edges, entire buildings in perfect proportion. There are thousands of examples like this. Bridges visible from impossible distances. Lighthouses seen across stretches of ocean far longer than what the curve should allow. Railways, canals, and frozen lakes that remain perfectly level for dozens, even hundreds of miles, when according to spherical trigonometry, there should be measurable drop. Engineers don't account for curvature when designing railroads. Snipers don't adjust for curve when calculating long-range targets. Surveyors working on massive land projects operate under the assumption of a flat, stable plane. Why? Because if they used the globe math, nothing would align. Think about this. The Suez Canal, running over 100 miles with no locks, was dug completely straight and level. Yet water never bulged, and no curvature was factored into the construction. A 100-mile canal on a curved Earth should have water curving away by over 6,600 feet. But it doesn't. It stays level, because the Earth beneath it is flat.